relapsing MS disrupt my life. My treatment choice? Boom. That's Kesimpta. It's proven to reduce relapses and slow disability progression. Plus, it's the only B-cell treatment I can take at home.
Or take with me. Boom. That's Kesimpta.
No pre-treatment with steroids or infusion days. It's an auto-injector pen that's just once a month.
Don't take if you've had an allergic or life-threatening reaction to Kesimpta or have hepatitis B. You'll be tested for Hep B before treatment as a dose term. Serious side effects, including infections and PML, a rare brain infection, can occur and may be fatal or cause severe disability. Tell your doctor about your medical history, including liver problems, plans for vaccines, and pregnancy. It's not known if it will harm your unborn baby. You'll be monitored for a decrease in certain antibodies.
It's not known if it'll harm your unborn baby. And if you've ever had a fatal reaction to it, don't take it. Well, I wouldn't be here if that were the case, right? So I've never taken it. So I can take it because I've never had an allergic reaction to it because I've never taken it. But I might die. And if I'm pregnant, you have no idea if it'll harm my unborn baby, but we're going to go ahead and see what happens. Okay. Right, that's just the kind of fucking stupid mentality we're living in. So yeah, people are definitely controlled. That's for sure. They're controlled into being silent and not speaking the truth. It's fucking sick, disgusting, and disturbing. Well, class was just talking about that. We have Jim Brewer fans in the house. I remember back in the day, the 90s. I liked Half Baked, The Goat Boy. Yeah, I remember that. Real fucking good one. So let's see, one of his latest videos they were watching a day ago. Let's see. 2020 proved how easy it is to control everyone. Jim Brewer reacts. So yeah, we agree for sure. A lot of people have been controlled into being silent and not speaking the truth, and they've even been telling you, yeah, if we even talk about these issues, their wives and daughters and people around them get real upset, don't they? As though they're losing their minds and going crazy. They got bit by the bad juju. Huh? They're gonna make you eat maggots? So yeah, many have been controlled and silenced. So someone asked if they thought those are appropriate comments I left. I don't see anything wrong with them. Let's read them. We do this sometimes in class. They'll have me read my own comments. It showed how they can control and fuck over much of the country with their funding and activist BS. What if Jim doesn't like swearing? It's probably one of the problems, huh? Yeah, but don't worry. As you can see, many of them are very astute and make sure to not swear so they don't offend any of their sponsors. So controlled, aren't they? I know, but they don't want to swear, so they're not being controlled, and it makes them feel good to not have a dirty sailor mouth. So they're not being controlled. They're doing what they want. Okay, by ostracizing and casting off people who use profanity, as though you don't have to listen to their concerns because they're using profanity and they're dangerous. And if they seem angry and are part of a cartel family, then you're getting death threats? Okay. Yeah, no, we've been dealing with this shit our whole lives. You're fucking nothing new to us, bitch. Anyways, yeah, it showed how they can control and fuck over much of the country with their funding and activist BS. Strong with God means you speak the truth, because he was talking about being strong with God. Because he says he's strong with God. What does that even mean? Strong with God means you speak the truth. Show, live. You have a wherewithal and common sense. Make rational decisions, etc. You know that cleanliness is next to godliness. And did you just come out of the womb knowing this, or did someone have to teach you that? It's a beautiful human evolutionary process. Yeah, many seem to not want to educate about that and just pump themselves and their children full of fucking pills and ignore what's happening to much of America throughout our public systems that they profit from. And it's sick and it's disgusting. And they have been controlled into being silenced about it and offended by swear words. Anyways, can make rational decisions, etc. So, you want me to start my comment over? Because now people are confused. Okay. It showed how they can control and fuck over much of the country with their funding and activist BS. Strong with God means you speak the truth, show, live. You have a wherewithal and common sense and can make rational decisions, etc. So many are living a lie and frauding people. We have punks in Augusta, Maine that have made child and animal pornography and abuse videos. Some are fake. They feed it to activists. We have been targets of these traveling bans for many years. Put on the programs in the year 2000. The activists, they feed that to, you may know of some. They love dogs and drugs. Just because it's prescription doesn't mean it's not dangerous. Many people and activists never want to look at the truth and justify their BS targeting and drug use that helps these punks. Not too many are right with God, and they stay silent. Pussy, spoiled, entitled, psychos. I don't find anything wrong with that at all. Comment number 2, FYI, how to control people is no secret. Many abusers get away with it daily for centuries. We have systems to prevent that. Many are in bed helping the punks and activists. I think that's what the problem is, right? And they seem to want to. Not too many want to do what's right. Probably don't want to offend the insane, psycho-spoiled, selfish people around them. Go figure. And final comment number 3. So many have stayed silent about the vaccines, the abuse we are talking about heavily associated to the activist lines over prescribing of SSRIs, and so many have been silenced and controlled into not doing what's right and not speaking about these issues, while so many innocent people are getting killed and tortured while psychos play their Hollywood activist games. It's coming for them. We already did. Our children are being fucked and tortured. Get the Nazis, Karens, and non-vaxxers. These punks and networks need exposure, or y'all too controlled to speak the truth. Talk about a bunch of delusional snitches. Get the bullies. I'm getting death threats. What a fucking joke. Nope, I don't have any problem with that at all.
It was quite a, like people that I always looked up to and still do for a lot of reasons, but that set me back. I thought of it. You got to remember too, during COVID, they were asking you to snitch on people.
Doesn't make you feel good. It doesn't make you right. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Hi, good morning. Yeah. Which one?
Got the good stuff?
Yeah, I got the good stuff.
homilies? Do homilies? Yeah. I'm just going to read a quick excerpt here from, let's see, Still Proclaiming Your Wonders. Good choice. I haven't read from this one in a while. There is a old newspaper clipping in here. Yeah, an old newspaper clipping in the book. It says the tablet on it. I don't know, it looks like someone had put it in the book they gave. Put a little thing in here. Yeah, it opens up. A little thing in here. 1985, December 1985. The tablets, the founded 1840 tablet, the International Catholic Wheatley. Charles Curran. Wasn't that the name of the father up here at St. Augustine? Yeah, Father Curran, something like that. Yeah, exactly. Meet when eat double dog. No two shits do I give a fuck. She's hungry, go get eaten up. Down the hall. You're welcome. Yeah, thank you. Cheers. What, my hair? What's wrong with my hair? Someone said I could have at least brushed my hair. Does it matter? Am I going to an interview? Yeah, no, dead people don't apply for jobs. Nope. No, we're here in purgatory, speaking the truth. What's up? I know, right? Anyways, you want me to read this? Or are you gonna read it? I was kind of hoping you would. That's why I asked. I'll read it. Page 177. Now, all this is quite broad. A swift theology of Christ kingship. It calls for a third question. How might the kingship of Christ help to make us more Christian, more human? Here, two texts are splendidly suggestive. The first text announces, in breathless accents, your role and mine, your function and mine in the kingdom. Recall the reading from Revelation. To him who loves us and has freed us from our sins by his blood and made us a kingdom, priest to his God and Father, to him be glory of dominion forever and ever. Revelations 1:5-6. The kingdom is not a place, a Ludwig-like castle in the sky. We are the kingdom, we the people. In the kingship of Christ, if the kingship of Christ is his rule over our hearts, then the kingdom of God and its roots is within us. The kingdom is a people responding passionately to the passion of their king. Well, if tales be told have some weight to them, Jesus Christ is probably rolling over in his grave at how these people have been silenced and are drugging up our children and profiting from it. We have punks that have already fucked and tortured our children. Tried to kill us. Yes, absolutely. You can call it a love tap if you want. So either way, we're lucky we survived that, right? And anyone stupid enough to do that, knowing what they know, yeah, they knew what they were doing. Right, so regardless, let's say they didn't try to kill me. They were trying to help me, right? Okay. You people are fucking demented, and you're sick and you need help. Those kids have been fucked and tortured and abused. He beat up his own little boy in the tub, remember that? Or is that all in my head? Was it just a show? Either way, the facts are still the facts. And those children were vaccine injured in 2013 behind my back, after we dealt with the harassment and bullshit from these people for over 7 years, calling us Nazis and Karens and non-vaxxers. None of that hit mainstream until after COVID. For people to grab a hold of that and understand that back in those days when we were getting called Nazis and Karens and non-vaxxers, it was the Lyme disease and bioweapons and them freaking out about non-vaxxers killing other people that really got a lot of these activists some funding so they don't have to house drug addicts and fire starters, right? They felt like they were preventing all that money going into the hands of drug addicts and retards. And instead, what did they do? So the private investigator in 2009 was trying to tell people, and whether or not that suicide is real, the facts are still the facts. Okay? So the punks who make child and animal pornography, these lines of trafficking, we're very well versed on. We were put on the programs in the year 2000. I think we've explained this multiple times. Yeah, we're lucky we survived through that too. It's our own fault. We wanted to be there, right, Mother? Right. So anyways, I'm speaking to all the mothers. Don't take it personally, but I'm sure you will. It's evil. People are evil. People are good too, We like to think the good outweighs the bad. If it didn't, we probably still wouldn't be here talking to you. More wondrous still, in this kingdom, we are priests, not only the ordained, all of us. The first epistle of Peter proclaims it not only to persecute Christians in Asia Minor, but to you and me. Like living stones, be yourselves built into a spiritual house, to be a holy priesthood, to offer spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God through Jesus Christ. And again, you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's own people, that you may declare the wonderful deeds of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Like the royal priesthood of Israel, It is your task to carry the world of God to an unbelieving world. Could be the hardest thing you ever do, huh? When all those around you don't see the truth, but you do. And your task is to carry the word of God to an unbelieving world. And when your loved ones feel like you're betraying them for speaking the truth. Yeah, so many are living that Jesus Christ story, huh? You don't gotta walk in my shoes, man. Wake the fuck up and speak the truth. His kingdom, the preface affirms, is a kingdom of truth and life, a kingdom of holiness and grace, a kingdom of justice, love, and peace. Here is the kingdom you and I must extend into our acre of God's world. A mission impossible only if that kind of kingdom is not within us, is not part and parcel to this priestly people. A mission impossible, ? A mission impossible, ? Only if that kind of kingdom is not within us, is not part and parcel of this priestly people. Are some above that, or what does that mean? Only if that kind of kingdom is not within us, is not part and parcel to this priestly people. The poignant question, therefore, do those 7 qualities of Christ's kingdom describe us, distinguish our Dahlgren, Dahlgren, distinguish our Dahlgren community? ? Are we men and women of truth? In this biblical sense, men and women faithful to God's covenant, to His law, to one another, is the life we live, the life of Christ who lives in us. Does our holiness, our oneness with a living Lord, exceed the holiness of men and women who do not eat His flesh and drink His blood? How radically does the Spirit of grace transmute our minds and hearts, make us St. Paul's new creation? Is our justice only rational ethics? Give to others what each has a strict right to demand? Or do we father the fatherless and house the stranger? Lift up the downtrodden and free the oppressed, because this is how God has acted with us. Is our love as outstretched as the arms of Christ on the cross? Or is it locked off from 14th Street and Iran, from the Kremlin and the Klan? Are we a people consumingly engaged in the struggle for peace? Or do we merely mouth peace in the safety of a sanctuary? These are not, God knows, accusations. I simply cannot read the preface of Christ the King without shivering. I, a priest of the kingdom, how frightfully far I am from the kingdom. And one further thought. If Christ the King were to deliver the kingdom to His Father today, would it be a kingdom of truth and life? A kingdom of holiness and grace? A kingdom of justice, love, and peace? Till the kingdom comes, my friends, you and I have a fair piece of priestly work to do. For your consolation, it can be done. For we do it with the King in the power of his dying and rising. Dahlgren Chapel, Georgetown University, November 21st, 1982. What? No, I half straightened it a little bit. Yeah. Good, good. I'ma do whatever feels right. I'ma do whatever feels right. I'ma do whatever feels right. Always before you cross the line. There's no turning back. The hands of time. End of the day, you'll be right. You're my way. To the end of the night. On my own. To the darkest skies. You're my way. All through the night. Been a long time coming, maybe too long. Gonna hit the ground running, gotta move on. It's a new day, yeah, it's a new dawn. I need some new shit, yeah, I need a new song. Been a long time coming, man, I'm out here staring at the skies, go wide with my hands out. Now I'm high than a motherfucker all day, just to keep it cool, yeah, doing this shit my way. I'ma do whatever I want, I'ma do whatever I like, I'ma do whatever feels good, and I'ma do whatever feels right. Always before you cross the line. There's no turning back, the hands of time. There we go. Better.